best rock albums aren't always the ones that sold millions. Sometimes genius gets lost in bad timing, poor distribution, or just plain bad luck. Albums that fail to reach the spotlight often hide astonishing creativity, innovative arrangements, and performances that rival or surpass more famous records. These 10 records represent some of the finest moments in rock history that most people have never heard. Big Star's debut is one of rock's greatest tragedies, not because of the music, but because almost nobody heard it when it mattered. This Memphis power pop masterpiece combines Beatles-esque melodies with raw rock energy, creating something that sounds both familiar and completely original. Songs like 13 and The Ballad of El Gudo are pure perfection, showcasing Alex Chilton's ability to craft hooks that stay with you forever. The album's commercial failure is legendary. Poor distribution meant it barely reached record stores, and the few copies that made it out sat collecting dust. But its influence is immeasurable. The Replacements, R.E.M., and countless indie bands built their sound on Big Star's blueprint. This is the album that proved you could be critically adored and commercially ignored, a bittersweet legacy that still resonates today. Have you ever discovered an album this influential but overlooked? While Southern rock giants like Lynyrd Skynyrd grabbed the headlines with their rebel anthems, Atlanta Rhythm Section quietly crafted something more sophisticated. Champagne Jam is their masterpiece, a smooth blend of Southern rock, pop sensibility, and studio craftsmanship that feels timeless. Imaginary Lover became their biggest hit, climbing into the top 10, but the entire album delivers with remarkable consistency. What sets ARS apart is their refusal to play by Southern rock's rules. There's no rebel yell here, no Confederate flag waving, just impeccably arranged songs with gorgeous harmonies and lyrics that actually have something to say. Producer Buddy Bowie helped create a sound that's both radio-friendly and musically adventurous, proving that Southern rock could be cerebral without losing its soul. The musicianship is top tier throughout, with guitar work that serves the song rather than showing off. The Chambers Brothers exploded into consciousness with Time Has Come Today, but Fill in the Blues shows their real range. This album is a wild fusion of psychedelic rock, soul, blues, and gospel that shouldn't work but absolutely does. The brothers' gospel roots shine through every track. Adding spiritual depth to their acid rock experimentation and creating a sound that nobody else was touching in 1969. What makes this record special is its fearless genre blending at a time when rock was still figuring out its boundaries. These guys moved from church to Haight-Ashbury and brought both worlds with them, refusing to abandon their heritage while embracing the psychedelic revolution. The extended jams feel purposeful rather than indulgent, and the vocal harmonies carry the weight of generations. It's a snapshot of a moment when rock music felt truly revolutionary and inclusive. Have you heard any of these before? Valerie Carter's debut is a hidden treasure of 70s California rock, an album that deserves to be mentioned alongside the era's classics. With an all-star supporting cast including Jackson Browne, Lowell George, and members of Little Feat, this album showcases Carter's stunning voice and sophisticated songwriting. Her cover of Ooh Child is transformative, turning the 5 stair-step soul classic into something entirely her own. But the original compositions reveal a mature artist with real depth. The production is lush without being overdone, capturing that perfect late 70s warmth that makes you feel like you're sitting in the studio. Carter had the misfortune of arriving just as punk was exploding and radio was fragmenting into narrower formats. But time has been kind to this record. It's the sound of Laurel Canyon's golden era distilled into one perfect album, intimate and expansive all at once. Houston's Fever Tree created one of psychedelia's most underrated albums, a record that captures the spirit of '68 without drowning in excess. Their self-titled debut combines garage rock rawness with sophisticated arrangements, creating a sound that's both immediate and trippy. San Francisco Girls became a regional hit with its swirling organs and driving rhythm.
So you wanna build a mountain, so you wanna climb.
But deeper cuts like Where Do You Go show a band willing to experiment without losing their edge. What separates Fever Tree from countless forgotten psychedelic bands is their restraint and their roots in Texas rock and roll. The acid rock is there, but it serves the songs rather than overwhelming them with endless noodling. The organ work is particularly brilliant, adding texture without becoming a gimmick. This is psychedelia for people who actually want to remember the music, not just the experience. A record that works whether you're looking for a trip or just some solid rock and roll. Forever Changes isn't exactly unknown. It regularly tops critics' lists, but it remains criminally underappreciated by the general public. Arthur Lee and Love created something that transcends genre. Baroque pop meets folk rock meets psychedelia, with orchestral arrangements that enhance rather than suffocate. Every song is a miniature masterpiece. From Alone Again or to A House Is Not a Motel, each one perfectly constructed and emotionally devastating. The album's beauty masks its darkness, creating a tension that makes it endlessly fascinating. Lee's lyrics explore paranoia, mortality, and societal collapse with poetic precision. Recorded amid internal band tensions and Lee's growing isolation, the music somehow emerges hopeful despite the despair. It's an album that sounds more relevant with each passing year, a prophetic document of beauty threatened by chaos that speaks to every generation that discovers it. Priscilla Coolidge Jones's Gypsy Queen is one of rock's most obscure treasures, an album so forgotten that even dedicated collectors struggle to find original copies. This bluesy, soulful rock album showcases a powerful voice that deserved far more recognition. With production help from her then-husband Leon Russell's Circle, the album blends rock, blues, and soul into something uniquely its own. The title track is a tour de force, but the entire record burns with intensity. What makes this album tragic is its complete commercial invisibility. Released in '78 with minimal promotion, it disappeared almost immediately, becoming one of those records that exists more as rumor than reality. Priscilla had the voice, the songs, and the connections, but not the timing or luck. Rediscovering this album today feels like finding buried gold. It's astonishing that something this powerful could be so forgotten.
I woke up one morning to a world that was great.
Black Oak, Arkansas never quite got the respect they deserved, always dismissed as second-tier Southern rock despite consistently solid output. But High on the Hog proves they belonged in the pantheon. Jim Dandy Mangram's raw vocals and the band's swampy, hard-driving sound created something primal and exciting. Jim Dandy became their signature song, but tracks like When Electricity Came to Arkansas show their storytelling abilities and humor. This album captures Southern rock at its most unpolished and real. While the Allman Brothers were crafting jazz-inflected epics, Black Oak, Arkansas was serving up raw, sweaty rock and roll that sounded like it was recorded in a roadhouse. There's nothing refined here, and that's exactly the point. It's the sound of rock music as pure, uncut energy, a band that cared more about moving your body than impressing your brain. Do you like your Southern rock raw or polished? Link Wray invented the power chord, influenced everyone from Pete Townshend to Jimmy Page, and then made this stunning self-titled album that nobody bought. It's a stripped-down masterpiece of roots rock, blues, and country that predicts Americana by decades. Ray's guitar work is economical but devastating. proving that power comes from what you leave out as much as what you put in, that a single note at the right moment can be more effective than 1,000 notes of shredding. What's remarkable is how contemporary this album sounds. While his peers were adding orchestras and synthesizers, Ray went the opposite direction, creating something raw and timeless. Songs like Fallen Rain and Fire and Brimstone feel ancient and modern simultaneously. This is the sound of American music stripped to its essence, powerful in its simplicity, a reminder that sometimes the most revolutionary thing you can do is go back to the roots. Before One Toke Over the Line made Brewer and Shipley temporarily famous, they released Weeds, a near-perfect folk rock album. The harmonies are gorgeous, blending together in ways that only happen when two voices are perfectly matched. Wichita 2 became a minor hit with its hypnotic Native American-inspired chant, but every track here deserves attention, from the gentle opener to the haunting closer. This album represents the gentler side of late 60s rock, the part that wasn't trying to blow your mind or start a revolution. It's just two incredibly talented musicians creating beautiful, thoughtful music about life, love, and searching for meaning. In an era of excess, Weeds offers something more valuable: honesty and craftsmanship. It's the album you put on when you need to remember why you fell in love with music in the first place. Do you prefer folk rock that's gentle or explosive? 10 albums, 10 stories of what could have been. Here's my question for you. What's the most underrated album sitting in your collection right now? The one you wish everyone knew about? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. And if you discovered something new today, share this video with a fellow rock fan. Don't forget to subscribe. We've got plenty more forgotten classics coming your way. Keep listening, keep discovering.